Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are taking our to Rust CLI To Do App to the next level. And if you have been following that series, you have an idea that that series have four parts. So we are going to add a new feature to make our app looks like a real application. We are going to save all our data in the database using the SQLite, so no more data losing after adding it. So yesterday I have uploaded a video about where we have built the complete full CRUD example using the Rust CLI Grid. It was a clean and simple uh, video, or we can say that it was a clean and simple code. And also the it was a great intro for the Rust and databases Rust and databases. So after recording that video, I just thought that why not to add the same, or why not to use the same approach like adding the database to our to-do app. So that's what we are going to do today, and to make our app the persistent app. So let's just start. So as you can see on my screen, that this was the same code which we have in our GitHub repo. And I think how many lines this code have. So this app have 122 line of code. Also, before starting to code this new feature, I just want to talk about something that crazy happened yesterday. The Cloudflare went down again. So in 3 months, it was second time, and 3 months ago they have blamed a poor little and cute React's use effect for the outage. And this time the CEO, the Matthew Prince, I think his name is Matthew Prince, he said that the outage is due to it was a DDoS attack. Then he immediately denied it. And then he said it like the issue was due to some kind of the like a data systems permission or what. And statement coming from the CEO of the billion-dollar company, and also from the company which is responsible for the 20% of the internet traffic. I don't think so, it seems right. Also, we don't have the idea about the outage. Maybe after days or weeks or months, we know that what happened, what actually happened. So we hope, and I hope, maybe this kind of the outage never happen in the future, because there are so many companies which uses important companies using the Cloudflare, which I think it wasn't easy for all the users as well, which are using going to use the services of the Cloudflare. So we hope this kind of the outage never happen in the future. And also uh, maybe we know about uh, the issue what actually happened. So let's just start. And first I think we should have to run this application. For that, isn't it maybe clean or cargo run, how this application is working. First we have to run it. Okay, there are 8 tasks, view tasks, and first we have to use no task yet. We have to add the task, create coding, and I think Rust. So we have task added, the status is no. We can update the task. Let's say I enter the wrong ID, task not found. Let's update it again by passing the 1 and check the view task again. So the status changed to yes. This time we will delete the task by passing the 1, the task 1 deleted. We got the message and view it again. So no task yet. So there are no tasks found, and 5 for exit. And okay, so our app is working fine. I have tested it. Now let's look at the code. We have the struct and we have implemented the task. After that there's a to-do app, and we have implemented the to-do app. Let's check for the main function first. So we have the app and we are creating the to-do app, initialize it, and there is a loop. Well, this also code seems pretty simple. And also, what's this get input? Okay, so it's a generic type of getting input from the user uh, to like get the actual differentiate between the string and the integer values. So let's just start. So the first thing, obviously, we need to add the we have to work with the SQLite, so we need a Rust CLI create for that. Let's open the terminal and add the Rust CLI create. Okay, so right, okay, so it's get added. Let me set it and check for the create. Yeah, it's get added. And okay, moving on. The first thing we need to like we are basically in the main function, we are using the to do app, so we have to make update to our new function. Let me remove this function and create the new again. Let's the first thing which we after integrating, like after adding the Rust grade, the Rust CLI grade, the and also working with the database, we need a database connection. For that we will be saying that connection. Okay, we will import it, and there is an open function. We will name our database, this will be fine, ab.sqlite. So now we have the connection. We need to create the table. For that there is an execute function. Let me net the code first. So we need a query create a table if not exist, and table name should be it's a to do app. So I think we can easily say that it's the task app, so it's a task table, and the field should be, I think we have the struct online. Where is the struct? We have the id, description, and the completed fields. So what do we have to do now? Function new. Okay, so the function new, now we have the we are going to add the id, which will be integer, and primary key auto increment. Okay, so the next thing will be a description, and description will be a text, not null. And the third thing is the completed, which is the status, and status will be, I think we have to 0 and 1 for the boolean value. So we will be using the integer and not null as well. So our table is completed, and we are not going to pass any kind of the params here. Also, no, I don't think so. Yeah, okay. So we have to return something from this function, and there is result type, and the function return type should be a result, but result should be from the SQLite, and we have to store the connection somewhere. And for that, I think the struct will be fine. We will saying that store the connection here, and we will just simply return the, I think self will be fine for that to do app, and we are going to say that self and connection. Okay, why we are getting error, I don't know. Maybe there is something missing. Okay, why we are getting the error self? Okay, so I got the point. What's the issue here? Why it's not working? Okay, so it worked now. And we have to remove the task and next ID. So after removing that, we will not getting any kind of the error in the new function. So we have to update our main function. For the main function, we use the, because we are returning the result, we have to handle the result, and from the main function we need to return the result as well. Okay, so the function new. Okay, so we have updated our new function. So now when we initialize our to-do app, we are going to make the connection, and then we are creating the table task. If not exist, then we are returning the connection. So we are going to use the same connection throughout our app and for all the other functions as well. So let's update the add task function now. So for the add task function, we don't need these things. Okay, and also we need the description for that. So first thing we have the self, and also I think we don't need a mutable reference for that. We only need a self reference, not a mutable reference, because we are not going to update any kind of the local kind of things. We are saving the data to database, which is the SQLite. So we only need the reference to the self, and there is a connection, and there is an execute function which will be handle the query. And let me indent the code again. Okay, so the query would be like, we are going to add the task. So the query should be insert into tasks. What we are going to insert, there is a description and the completed, not complete, it's completed, and the values should be placeholder 1. So for the completed part, we are going to add, because we need by default the false value for that, so we are going to pass the 0 to make the completed status by default to false. And we are going to use the params from the SQLite, and the only thing which we have to pass in the params is the description. Okay, nothing else. So we got the description, we executed the query, and what else? I think the task will be added successfully. It should be working fine. I don't think so we have to do anything else in for the add task. So the view task, for the view task, I think it should be, there are things which there are many things which we need to add for the view task. So for the view task, there was always a self reference. So the first thing, I think we need a mutable statement. For that we need to prepare the query, and we can say that prepare the query, which is the select ID, description, and completed. I think we should have to move it to the next line. Okay, and we can do that. Okay, so there is one issue which has on the add task. We are not actually not going, there is no return type for that, so we can use the unwrap here. We will unwrap it, and we are assuming that there will be no error. For the prepared part, what we need to do now, select ID, description, and completed from the from task. Also this we are viewing the task, so the task should be, it's a to-do list, so it should be some kind of the order by, and we have to make it order by, I think, ID. It should be fine and it should be good as well, and we have to unwrap it. So now we have the statement. What we need now, we need some kind of the iterator for that, and we can say that task will be, we have the statement and that have the query map. We are not going to pass anything, but we need a closure for that, and we are going to pass the, we have the I think what we have the struct task. Okay, struct task, we have the struct task function view. Let's make some room here, and what we can do now, we have the task and there is an ID. For that we can get the get, and we will be passing the 0, and there is a description row we can get by 1, and for the completed part we can get the, by using the second. Maybe there is an error, so that's why we can handle it. Okay, also we have to return the true or false, because I think there is some function, I think it's display. So the display function, we have to display the task, and this expect the completed should be in form of true or false, the boolean value. We need to say that, maybe it's handle it, we can say that it should be equal to 1, so it will return the boolean value false and true on the basis of the value. Let me check it if we are not getting any kind of the error. Okay, so we need to unwrap this as well. Okay, 0, 1 and 2. So now we have the tasks. Okay, so we can loop for the task and task, and what we can do, we can, I think there should be some kind of a flag we need. Task found will be for equal, by default the value will be false, and maybe if task found, we are going to say that no tasks, I think yet. Okay, and also let's say if there are tasks, then we have to show the, I think we have to show this message, not message, actually this is the some kind of the header. So for that reason we need this header, but we have to check if task found, then we need to why the indentation is not working as expected. Okay, so it's working now, and we have to update the to true value to true. And what else? I think we need to call the self dot we need to unwrap it first. Not unwrap it. I think we need there is a task and there is a display function. Why we are not getting the display? Let me check the type of the task, and this should be in task and error. Okay, so it's a result type. So first we have to unwrap it. So unwrap it, and then we can call the display function. Okay, and we don't need this code, so let me remove it. So now you can see why I'm getting here. Okay, so why there is an error? Let's check for that. So it's the public function get, and it's a generic type of the self, and index its result is t. Okay, and why we can't compare it? Because it's the partial equals. So the partial equals part, we can say that we infer the lifetime, and we can say that it's the unsam32 value. Maybe this error gets gone. Yeah, it should be working fine now. So we have completed the view task. Now move to the update task, and update task I think it should be simple. Let's say we have the let rows affected, it will be, and self dot connection dot execute, and okay, not that, we need to unwrap it. Okay, and for the update part, we can say that update task set completed will be, and we are going to use the SQL operator called not, and there is a completed, so it will reverse the value equal to where, and I think we have the ID, we have here ID is equal to the, yeah, and the only thing in the params we need the ID. Okay, so now what we can do, we can check for the rows affected. Let's say it's equal to 0, means we don't have any kind of the task not found. So we can just simply grab these and paste it here. Okay, save it, and for the else part, what we can do, we have the, I think we can get that and print it. So task updated, we are just going to show that ID. Let me remove all these code, we don't need it. So I think for the update task, okay, so also we only need the reference, not a mutable reference anymore. And for the delete part, the code should be, I think it should be almost same. So let's just grab all these code and it should not get copied. I think we need from the rows affected. Okay. And what we need to do now, we have to select these and paste it. Okay, and this is the extra one. For that, Okay, so we have now, we just only have to update this query to, we will not say that, we will saying that, okay, so delete from tasks, okay, and now query is complete. We only have the params, we should have to pass the id and the params, nothing else. So the rows of task not found, and instead of the task updated, we can say that task deleted, okay. uh, and we have to add the appear here as well. So now let's, okay, also we should have to remove the mutable reference here, and we only need the reference for the self, nothing else. So let's check this part. I don't think so we should have to change anything here. And also, yeah, there should be a return type of okay, because we are using it. Let's check all the code from start to end. Okay, also we don't need this, you have to save it. We only need the only thing which we need is the display function. For the struct to do app, the only field we need the connection. So we have the new, where we are going to like creating the db, connecting the db, then creating the table and returning the connection. Then for the add task, we are just getting the description from the user and inserting it. For the completed task status, we are going to we are passing the 0 for the false by default value, and task created successfully message. Then for the view task, which was a little bit complicated as compared to the other functions which we have. So the self connection and the prepare and unwrap it, and for that after that we have used the, I think we should have to add the line break here as well to make it look cleaner. And for the the first task as well, task found, boolean false, and we have unwrap and display the it. And also for the update, oh, there's a one thing missing. Let's say there are no tasks, where do we have showed that message? I think we didn't. Okay, we didn't handle that case. If let's say not task found, then we just say not, where we have that not task. No task yet, okay. And then for the update part, I think we should have to add the line break here as well to make our code cleaner. And for the delete part, we should have to add the new line break here as well. Okay, so also we don't need a mutable reference for the app because we are not storing anything locally, and or we are making our app persistent. I think everything is fine now. So let's just test this. If there will be an error, then we can easily, it's a clear, not a clear, it's a cargo clean, sorry. We first have to clean it, and then we'll just simply run the application. Let's hope for the best. The app should work fine. Okay, also I think we should have to add some kind of a clear screen function because it's not looking right. Let's add the clear function first. I think there was okay, so it was 122 line before, but after adding this SQLite feature, we have more lines. So let's add the clear screen function here, and for the clear screen part, we can say we can use the configuration macro, there is a target OS, and that OS will be Windows. And for that Windows part, what we can say, we can use the command struct from the process module, and we are going to use the new, which is the cmd, and then the args will be, what will be args, c, and then what's the command for the SSCLS command, and there is a status, and we need to unwrap it. And for the else part, else should be for the Unix or Mac or the Linux OS, and the command is clear. We just simply have to status and unwrap it, nothing else. Where we need to call this, I think we should have to call before the loop. Yeah, this is the best part. We can say that clear screen. Okay, and let's run the application again, but before that we have to clean it. Let's run it now. Go run. Okay, so this time the screen is looking fine, it gets cleared. So let's check for the task first. So no task yet. Okay, so we have to add the task into task description. We can say that coding in Rust, and we can view the task. Okay, we got the id one, status no, and the description is coding in Rust. Now let's update the task by passing the wrong id, which we didn't have in the database. I have passed the two tasks not found. Then again we have to update the task, but this time we are going to pass the actual id, which is the one, and task updated. So let's check the view task again. So the status changed to yes this time. And also now let's first, I think we should have to check for the persistent approach, and let's exit the program and clear the screen and run it again. So we have run without adding any task. We just first simply view the task, and there should be task id 1. Okay, so we have the id 1, status is yes, and coding in Rust, description, so the data is persisted and our SQLite is working perfectly fine. Now let's delete it. Let's test the delete part. Okay, we are going to pass the wrong id, task not found, and passing the one, task 1 deleted. Let's view it again, there are no tasks. Okay, and let's press the 5 and check. We have the db.sqlite3 file, and so everything is fine. So this was the code, and I really enjoyed like coding this part, and it was fun. It was a very fun. Okay, and let me check now how many lines we have. So we have the, let me remove these extra lines, we don't need it. Okay, so 166 line of code with the simple Rust. It now feel like a real application, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, I hope you guys loved it too. I think the code is indented, but we can do that. We can move to the source, and there's a Rust fmt main dot source. We have formatted the code. Let's exit it, and now we check. The code should be formatted. Okay. So also I will attach the link in the description of the mini series, the To-Do app mini series, and also I will attach the GitHub repo link in the description, so you guys can check this code. And also before watching this one, I think you should have to, if you haven't watched that series, I think you should have to start with the part 1 and watch all those 4 parts before coming to this one. So you should have a better idea how this code works, and you will definitely learn new things about the Rust. And it was a fun mini series, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys will. And so see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.